Hello, welcome to AC Studio. Today, I'm excited to be reviewing the Joytoy Warhammer40K XV8 Crisis Battlesuit action figure. To be honest, I wasn't initially interested in this figure because I'm not familiar with the Tau Empire. However, since I've already bought the previous Tau action figures released by Joytoy, the Fire Warriors and the Shadow Sun, I figure I might as well get the Battlesuit and complete my collection. So let's dive into the review and see how these figures stacks up. Before you watch this video, if you haven't watched the quick review of the unboxing video of, please have a look. It's only a 3 to 4 minutes video, and it shows the accessories, what I included and how I put the things together once I get it out of the box, and the diorama gallery at the end of that video. The XV8 Crisis Battlesuit is a powerful combat suit worn by the Tau Empire's elite warriors, and the suit, as we understand, is a versatile and highly customizable suit that can be fit in the wide range of weapons and equipment, allow it to perform a variety of battlefield roles. The suit features advanced technology such as a jetpack that allows the suits to fly and maneuver quickly around the battlefield, and also it has the advanced targeting system, which I think this is the one, and communication equipment, well, the antennas I believe, and it has the reinforced armor plating, so making it highly resistant to damage. This battlesuit can be equipped with a range of weapons such as the plasma rifles, fusion blasters, which I believe that's the one, missile plots and more. And they can be fit with support systems like the drone controllers, maybe that is the one as well, and shield generators. My understanding of this battlesuit is, suppose there is a pilot inside, but of course, in this Joytoy model, we don't have one inside. Otherwise it will be very expensive, but I wish you can still put the pilot inside. It'll be really great. In terms of height and size, this is the comparison between the Shadow Sun and the Fire Warrior. So it is much bigger than the other two figures for sure. And now let's have a look at the comparison with the other armies. So height comparison between the Orcs and the typical Chaos Space Marine. Compare with the Chaos Terminator and the Great Knight Terminator and the Dreadnought. Now that looks pretty close in terms of size now, so that gives you a general size comparison between different figures. And now please enjoy the next 30 seconds of details, and I'll come back to tell you what I think. Generally, the figure is quite a big figure, as you can see in the size comparison. It stands 18 centimeters tall from the legs to the head. It has a very plastic feel to its figure. This figure is actually not too heavy as well, and I believe inside pretty much hollow. And in terms of painting, I really appreciate the painting. It has the chipping effect on all the edges, so it has a very good weathering effect on it. Even it have effects everywhere, like including the joint, so it doesn't just exist on the white color, it exists everywhere, even on the hinge joint like this on the hand. So that's pretty nicely done. Look at this here, and a bit on the legs, so the chipping effect is evenly placed on all the areas on the figure. And at first when I saw the backpack, I thought that it has some kind of play features on it, but it seems like it doesn't have anything other than rotating this part, but yeah, nothing more than that. It's just a big figure, really plain big figure without much play features other than articulation. And Also, one thing I really like is it only has 2 toes, right? The other one's a small one, and it doesn't really able to stand. So what Joytoy did is pretty amazing, pretty smart. They give you this little cone thing, right? This is just all in black color, and they allow you to put it onto the foot, right, at the bottom of the foot, and you put it on there, and if you look at it, it's not really obvious, right? You can see in the black background. So when you put it on the ground, it can stand. Look at this. This is a genius way of doing this. Look at this is amazing, and Joytoy is very smart doing that design. So I don't have to rely on the stand if I don't want to. It can stand on the ground and to display with all the rest of the figures. And for the stand, it has really nice details as well. Look at this. It looks like one of these like Gundam stand, Gundam for more Gundam models. And it has the hinge part here, and the middle hinge, and the last hinge part. And then what you do, you attach it to the back of the figure, which is actually at the back of the backpack. So you kind of like rotate this thing up. It's pretty hard as well, which is pretty good. And then you put it like that, attach to it, and it can stand. So you can pose the figure as if it is in flight. The stand is of high quality, a very nice detail, and it is actually really strong as well. Feel very strong. And the great thing about this stand is it has different holes, so you can, if I want to put this off and put this there, if I want to do that, you can do that, and then you maybe put something else there. I don't know whether you can actually put the shadow sun on it. Let me have a try. Give me a sec. Well, unfortunately, you cannot do that. They are in different size. Why is that? Why Joytoy not try to? I can't put it in there. So then what's the point having this holes for? So I don't really get it. And it doesn't work as well. I try to put it there. So I don't know what these holes are for. For decoration, or it has any function to it. Not too sure. So let's look at the articulation. The head, obviously you can turn 360 degrees. It can tilt up a little bit. It can tilt down, yep, and sideways, but nothing more than that. And the shoulder joint, apparently it has this hinge joint within the shoulder that you can actually rotate up. Rotate up like that, so it further expands the shoulder movement. So this little thing moves together with the joint, and it is a hinge joint, and the hand can roll up like what I've shown you before. Oops, yeah, okay. Apparently you can pull the hands off very easily, so be careful. It all comes with a rectangular peg like this, and you can see the legs kind of halfway come out as well, which I need to push it back. Yeah, just be careful with that, but otherwise it's okay. It's still pretty strong. It won't break easily. The issue that I found with this figure is it has this shoulder pad on the right arm. It can do this, but the problem is the jetpack piece, this thing, right, is actually blocking it from rotating. You see, I can't really rotate it, so it is blocking it, right? The other arm is okay, you can rotate it because it's clear from it, right? So you can do that, that's not an issue. But not this one. To be honest, I don't think this is the issue of Joytoy, rather this is the issue with the Warhammer design. Don't forget Warhammer design, it was just a sculpt. A chest size model with a sculpt, and it doesn't move, right? So as a designer, I can do whatever I want, but when you really want to make it like a toy, the articulation doesn't work, so it's actually blocking it. So elbow joint, you can rotate 90 degrees up and 90 degrees down. And for the gun, the fusion blaster, whatever it's called, it comes up very easily. It's actually quite loose, so when you push it in it, I don't know why it's slowly kind of like push back, and then you have to push it in again. And you have a mid-torso joint. Mid-torso joint is very limited as well. It can rotate, but it can only rotate to that much because you have this blocking the legs and that blocking as well. So you see, if you rotate it, it blocks it here. Ab crunch is okay, not too bad. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't do much, but at least it can rotate a little bit. So yeah, that's okay. But I wish it can do more than that. But anyway, the leg is pretty good. It can push up very high, no issue, and then bend outside like that. Not 90 degrees, but it's good enough. And you see the hands came off again. So that's why I'm saying this thing is actually quite loose. But anyway, let's get back to the legs. So it can kick up very high. Came off again. Now this time is the gun, see? Anyway, I'll leave it there for now. And then you have the knee joint. The knee joint, it can rotate really high up like that, but who's gonna display it like that? But this piece is annoying because I thought that the legs can bend down much more, but you know, when I bend to the back, it block it. So the absolute max is like that. You cannot bend higher, and which is, you know, not very good. I'm not too happy with it. But again, I think that's not a Joytoy's issue. That is the Warhammer design issue, right? Yeah, look at it. That's the best you can do. Nothing more. And then you have a ball joint ankle, which is pretty good. Yep. And nothing more than that. Then afterwards, you can you can't do anything. I mean, the toes doesn't move. That's it. For the backpack, right? One of the biggest issue is, as I said before, I thought that the backpack has play features, but it doesn't. And so you can only do this rotation like that. It's quite limited because the leg is blocking it. You know, you can do that if you like, but and then the hands blocking it as well. And it doesn't rotate down as well. It cannot. If I rotate it up, it's still blocking it. Doesn't work. This part's still blocking it. So this rotation is pretty much useless. I just don't see the point of having it rotate. And I think this is the sensor or some kind of like weapon guiding system. And it doesn't do anything. It just do this, rotate. You can't do this, rotate, and nothing more. You can't do anything more than that. Well, overall speaking, this figure is a good figure. It is a big figure. In terms of price, it is roughly what 80 US dollars, 500 Hong Kong dollars, $100 Australian. Yeah, the price is okay, but to me, it is not a must, right? Unless you really like Tau Empire and you collect Tau as well. So to me, it's not must, you know. But because I got the Shadow Sun and the Fire Warriors, so that's why I got it. I have to get it. Yep. But anyway, I'm glad I got it. I'm happy with it. But I hope it has more play features, you know, for me to do different things with it. Otherwise, this figure is good. So this is the end of this video, and thanks for watching. I'll speak to you next time. Let me know what you think of this figure, if you have one, right? I would like to know your opinion, seriously. I don't know whether my opinion is good or not, because I don't collect Tau Empire, so please let me know. I would like to know. I would like to know what you think. Alright, cheers guys, goodbye.